Welcome to a world where every twist of fate uncovers the hidden truths behind family ties and marriage. Here, one moment of disrespect can ignite a chain reaction of drama, betrayal, and shocking secrets that no one saw coming. Watch as loyalty is tested, trust is shattered, and long buried resentments explode in the most unforgettable ways. From quiet manipulation to financial deception, from silent endurance to the dramatic unveiling of hidden alliances, these are stories that reveal the raw, unfiltered emotions behind every family feud. Dive into captivating tales where every small act, every whispered word, and every decision carries consequences that can change lives forever. If you crave gripping relationship stories full of suspense, shocking betrayals, and jaw-dropping revelations about husbands, mothers-in-law, and family power struggles, you're in the right place. The night it started felt small, harmless, just a quiet evening on the couch, catching up on a favorite TV show after a long day. Then the screen went black. A sharp click echoed through the living room. My mother-in-law stood there, remote in hand, lips pursed in disgust. "We don't watch this trash in this house." Not your house, not her house, our house. The humiliation burned hotter than the silence that followed. And the worst part? My husband didn't say a word. He just sat there, eyes fixed on the blank screen, like obedience was stitched into his bones. That moment cracked something open. It wasn't about the TV. It was about control. The way she rearranged the kitchen cabinets without asking. The way she criticized every meal, every outfit, every decision. The way she still had a key to the front door. And the way her son, my husband, allowed it. What hurt more than her interference was his loyalty. Not to a marriage, not to partnership, but to her approval. Late one night, curiosity turned into clarity. Bank statements left casually on the desk told a different story. Transfers made quietly every month, thousands of dollars, not for bills, not for savings, for her. A temporary loan that had lasted 3 years, a renovation project on her house funded by the very savings meant for our future. When confronted, the truth spilled out in pieces. He had promised to always take care of Mom, promised long before wedding vows were spoken, promised that no woman would ever come between them, and I never stood a chance. But silence wasn't going to be the ending. A meeting with an attorney shifted the power balance. Financial records were copied, contributions were documented, legal rights were clarified. The house? Jointly owned. The money half-earned through sleepless nights and sacrificed promotions. The next time she walked in unannounced, criticizing the furniture and complaining about the show playing on the TV, the locks had already been changed. The next time he hesitated between his mother and his marriage, divorce papers were already signed. Let them keep their loyalty pact. I kept the house. The tension in the house had been simmering for months. Unnoticed at first, like smoke curling up from a hidden fire. Every small comment, every raised eyebrow from my mother-in-law carried weight, shaping the atmosphere into one of silent obedience and unspoken rules. The emotional manipulation was subtle, but relentless. A casual remark about how some women just aren't capable of running a household properly would echo in the mind for days, wearing down confidence, creating guilt where none should exist. And through it all, my husband remained quiet, nodding, smiling politely, never stepping in, never defending, never choosing. It wasn't just his silence, it was his loyalty to her that cut the deepest. Late nights brought discoveries that shattered the illusion of partnership. Emails hidden in folders, bank statements tucked in drawers, small financial decisions made without mention or consent. It became clear he had been quietly supporting her preferences, her whims, even at the cost of our shared plans. Vacations canceled, investments redirected, dreams postponed. All while he promised, gently, that nothing was wrong. That peace came at a price. The breaking point arrived on a night that should have been ordinary, a family dinner turned battlefield, A disagreement over dinner choices escalated into accusations and side whispers, a subtle alliance forming between him and his mother against the very foundation of marriage. Words like responsible, practical, and loyal became weapons, each syllable a reminder that trust was fragile, easily bent to suit someone else's narrative. And yet, beneath the calm, a resolve quietly took root. Every act of endurance had been preparation. Every forced smile, every swallowed insult became fuel. Silent observation revealed patterns, documents, conversations, hidden truths, and the plan for reclaiming dignity began to take shape. Legal counsel, careful documentation, financial clarity, the loyalty he clung to like a shield would no longer protect him. The final act didn't need confrontation. It needed precision. And when the papers were signed, the doors changed, and independence restored, the weight of betrayal and hidden secrets finally lifted. He could no longer hide behind his silence. It started with a gesture that seemed small, almost meaningless. A television show paused abruptly, the remote snatched away, a voice declaring it trash before turning on a cooking channel instead. The disrespect was subtle, yet it carried a weight that pressed down on the chest, sharp and unrelenting. It wasn't just about the TV. It was the assertion of control, the quiet reminder that choices were never truly one's own. Watching in silence, the husband's face betrayed nothing. His loyalty lay elsewhere, in the unspoken hierarchy of family, a devotion that refused to acknowledge marriage as equal footing. Weeks passed. Each seemingly insignificant comment, each casual intervention from his mother began to feel like small cuts. Words intended as guidance, suggestions, or jokes were really tests, measuring compliance and endurance. Yet beneath the surface, a careful observation began. Small patterns emerged: hidden expenses, unexplained transfers, trips postponed because someone else's needs always came first. The quiet deception of a husband who had mastered the art of living between worlds, pleasing his mother while maintaining the illusion of fairness, became impossible to ignore. The house, once a sanctuary, now felt like a theater of silent battles. Financial statements revealed quiet betrayals, money diverted to renovate a mother's home, promises of assistance never mentioned, and a husband's gentle reassurances that all was well. Each discovery stoked a growing fire. It became clear that the loyalty he professed was not to marriage, but to a carefully maintained alliance, one that kept his mother's authority unquestioned while subtly undermining shared dreams. Strength grew in unexpected ways. Every slight, every quiet manipulation became motivation. Legal counsel and careful documentation transformed observation into leverage. Independence became the goal, dignity the prize. When the moment arrived, it required no dramatic confrontation, just decisive action, a reassertion of control over the life and home quietly seeded over years. The quiet deception could no longer hide behind polite smiles or excuses. The house, the finances, the future, all were reclaimed, leaving nothing for shadows to cling to. Loyalty to her could remain, but freedom was finally absolute. It happened in an instant. A simple evening shattered by a single act. The television screen went dark, replaced by the sharp tone of judgment. "We don't watch this trash," a voice declared, turning a favorite show into a symbol of ridicule. The room went silent, but not in the way silence should feel. It was heavy, tense, filled with unspoken rules and invisible chains. He didn't speak up, didn't intervene. His loyalty to her, to his mother, outweighed any allegiance to the life we were supposed to be building together. That quiet acceptance was worse than anger. It was betrayal in its most subtle, intimate form. Days turned into weeks, and the humiliation lingered, spreading into every corner of the house. What seemed like small slights revealed patterns, suggestions that weren't suggestions, critiques disguised as concern, subtle attempts to assert dominance. And behind it all, he remained the silent participant, nodding politely, smoothing ruffled feathers, offering gentle excuses while keeping his mother's favor firmly in place. It wasn't malice, it was strategy, a devotion that masked itself as harmless respect, but carried consequences that slowly became impossible to ignore. The deeper truth emerged in quiet moments of discovery. Bank statements, emails, and whispered phone conversations revealed a web of secrets. Money quietly shifted, sacrifices were made, promises of support withheld. He had created an invisible alliance, a secret partnership that prioritized her comfort and wishes over shared dreams, over honesty, over the trust that should have defined marriage. Each revelation cut deeper than the last, a knife twisting silently behind the smile he wore for the world. Strength began to build in response. Every indignity, every hidden betrayal became fuel. Research, documentation, careful planning. Slowly, methodically, power was reclaimed. Independence was no longer a distant hope. It was a tangible goal, a promise waiting to be fulfilled. And when the moment finally arrived, confrontation was unnecessary. The locks were changed, the documents signed, the accounts secured. Years of silent manipulation and quiet deception were stripped away, leaving only clarity. His loyalty could remain with her if he chose, but the life once undermined was finally restored. The truth could no longer hide behind his silence. If you were captivated by today's story of betrayal, loyalty, and shocking family secrets, make sure you hit that like button to show your support. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a twist-filled tale where every moment counts and every secret comes to light. Share your thoughts in the comments. What would you have done in this situation? Join our community and stay tuned for more unforgettable stories of revenge, hidden truths, and family drama that will leave you speechless.